Hello everyone, labadiem, kalimera, buongiorno, dobre dzień, yonap, gia gwich. Welcome to the City of Dundee. I am John Alexander. I am the leader of the city, and I want to welcome you to this virtual workshop. Clearly this is not how we envisaged this workshop taking place. We wanted to welcome you with open arms physically to the City of Dundee, but this is the next best thing, and we hope in the future we'll be able to welcome you and showcase everything that the city has to offer. During the course of the workshops, obviously we'll be learning from your experience and from the journey that all of your locations have been on. But today we want to make sure that we can illustrate our journey and provide you with some specific examples of what we've done to support and to enhance our cultural and creative industries here in Dundee. The city, it's fair to say, has been on a long journey to this cultural renaissance, as we continue to refer to it. It's a really exciting period despite COVID-19 and the impact that that's having for all of us right now. And during today's workshop, we'll hear from some of the fantastic ambassadors for the City of Dundee, from those that are involved in our UNESCO City of Design designation, from the V&A and from local designers as well. And we hope that that provides you with some specific examples and an experience of what Dundee has delivered and continues to deliver as we move forward. The workshops, of course, are really a great opportunity for us to connect with others and, as I say, to learn from you. And we have really valued the relationships that we've created and hopefully will continue to enhance and thrive with as we move forward over the coming months and over the coming year. It's really important for us that we use our experience and use that relationship to enhance what we do as a City of Dundee. We are an ambitious city. The last couple of years have been incredible in terms of both national and international recognition, whether it be recognition as the coolest city in the UK, the best place to live, or one of the top destinations in the world. Over the last few years, Dundee has been transforming its reputation, and that's been recognised nationally and internationally, whether it be GQ magazine's coolest city in the UK, the Times best place to live in Scotland, or of course the international recognition we've received as one of the best places to visit and experience culture in the whole world. All of that is very important on our journey, but of course it helps transform the reputation and the image of the city as an exciting destination for culture, for tourism, and also as a place to live, work and play. And that's something that we hope to continue with long into the future. But that's been as a result of the learning that has been delivered from other nations, other localities, and again, taking the best bits globally and trying to place them in Dundee. So much like this workshop, it's about learning, it's about expanding our horizons and making sure that we also feed back into that conversation to tell you of our experiences. So we welcome you virtually to the City of Dundee. We hope that you enjoy today. Of course, next year when you come here in person, you will enjoy it a hell of a lot more, and we will certainly put on a show and celebrate the fact that we can come together once again post-COVID-19. So thank you for your contributions, thank you for your support, and thank you for taking part in this workshop.
Hiya, so Open Close is a project, it's a community interest company with the aim of supporting local artists, celebrating local creativity, creating opportunities in the city for creative people, and just showing that creativity can be really, really positive for a city. It started off 3 years ago, very small. We got some funding to do 6 doors in the city centre to get people to explore around the city, to take new routes around the city and discover parts of the city that they might never ever have been to or never walk around. And those 6 doors quickly kind of snowballed. We ended up getting 20 doors painted all across the alleyways in the city centre. The year after that, we got another 20 doors done in SPALDING, which is an area to the northeast of the city centre. And now we've started doing large-scale murals. So these large murals are going to be in kind of the centre, in the hearts of communities and near cultural attractions and green spaces to connect all the city together via a trail of really large, beautiful, striking artworks. And the one you see behind me just now, this was done last year in 2019, part of a crowdfunding project. Over 100 people funded this. It was done by 2 artists, Kirsty Whiten and Fandango Kid. And it's a large piece speaking about grief and kind of rituals people have to get through grief. So we're just outside the Science Centre and the DCA right now, looking at this large piece here on the back of the DCA, which they actually funded. This was by an illustrator who used to be in Dundee, she's moved now, Sophia Sita, and it's a piece about sort of dreaming big. It's just called The Dreamer, and she said she wanted it to be about the little Dundee, the little city that dared to dream big. So a very nice bright piece on the back of the DCA here, and they actually funded this piece. So we're down Cooties Wynd right now, which, believe it or not, actually used to be one of the main streets in Dundee. We've got 4 artworks down here. The first one's by a local graffiti artist called Psych, and he's done a Van Gogh tribute here. And the second piece that we come to is by Seagull. He's regularly refreshed this door. The latest iteration of it is a Flapper Gull. And this piece by Gregor Thompson was actually the very first piece we did about 3.5 years ago. And as you can see, it's not even been touched. This alleyway is connecting the street at the bottom to the Nethergate here, which is one of the main streets. The artworks really help to connect different parts of the city and encourage exploration throughout the city. So this piece isn't an open close piece, but I thought it was worth showing you. It is by Studio Name and Rachel E. Miller, and it was done as part of the Design Festival, which took place in the Keilor Centre last year. It's an old shopping centre which are looking to revitalise. So I hope that's given you a good snapshot of what it's like to come on an open close tour, the kind of value these projects can bring to a city, improving unloved urban spaces, supporting local artists, creating more interest beyond the sort of usual cultural attractions, and sort of helping to kind of revitalise kind of some spaces within a city.
Dundee cake is one of the city's most famous delicacies and an important part of our history. The cake has strong association to the geographical area through the marmalade makers, Keilors of Dundee. Keilors use their surplus orange peel from their marmalade production to create the traditional Dundee cake and started the tradition of using almonds to decorate the top of the cake to differentiate it from similar products. Sometime, possibly in the mid to late 1800s, the factory began experimenting with the idea of a special cake as a useful, non-seasonal item in the company's production schedule. The recipe later became established as Dundee cake. The handmade design of whole almonds on top was an inspired tactic, creating a cake which was instantly recognisable while also filling the gap between an everyday fruitcake and a richly spiced festive cake. Dundee cake is inextricably linked to the city of Dundee and its history and heritage. The recipe for traditional Dundee cake was passed down from a master baker who worked for Keilors, the marmalade inventors. In recent years, the city bakers have come together to ensure the original quality and ingredients for Dundee cake are maintained, safeguarding its heritage and its link to our city protected. This rich, buttery fruitcake with its nutty topping of almonds is a regional food product, of the professional cake bakers of Dundee. A proper Dundee cake has no cherries or spices. Rather, it is just a rich, buttery sultana cake flavoured with orange peel, marmalade and almonds. The Keiller's original recipe used Seville oranges, Spanish almonds and Spanish sultanas, a tradition which started as more of a convenience to them as the products were available at the time. The cake itself is a moist, all-butter, afternoon tea fruit cake. It is stuffed with juicy sultanas and flavoured with Seville orange. It is a deep cake which is traditionally round in shape and is always decorated with blanched whole almonds, giving it its iconic appearance. The cake should smell sweet and bitter and have an aroma of butter and orange. It may contain ground almonds for extra richness and moisture and can be flavoured with sherry. Dundee cake is going through a renaissance at a local level, with chefs and restaurateurs now creating contemporary new dishes, using it as a key ingredient on menus across the region. In addition, the chance to create your own Dundee cake has developed, with retail outlets like Love Your Planet to the V&A Dundee offering ingredient bags or cakes in presentational tins as gifts. Local artists have also used the iconic appearance of the cake in their illustrations and created further gift items. Dundee bakeries have also offered one-to-one lessons for visitors to the city on request, and we currently have a cookery school looking at offering this as a lesson for locals and visitors alike. The cake is sold worldwide, but suffers from poor quality fake Dundee cakes, using the name on cakes, so beware, as these can bear little resemblance in either taste or appearance to a true Dundee cake. But now you know how to make one yourself. The city continues to fight for geographical protected status for its beloved Dundee cake.
Hello, I'm Poppy from UNESCO City of Design Dundee, and we are just about to launch Code Souvenir Dundee. Code Souvenir is a paper catalogue, it's a part of our website, and it's also local stockists within Dundee. Code Souvenir is a tool to connect people to local designed and made products. So Code Souvenir is a platform that we can get all of these local designed and made products together. It's a tool that people can use to find local design, for tourists to use. And also we have official Code Souvenir Dundee stockists. So you can actually go into a physical shop locally and find locally designed and made items.
Hi, my name is Isla Spalding and this is Double Door Studios. We are a workplace for jewellers with a shared workshop, and we've got a couple of studios with a candle maker and a framer in as well. We're currently set up for our festive boutique, which is a place where you can come and do some Christmas shopping in Dundee and buy some products made by local designers. We're an official stockist of Code Souvenir Dundee, which is great because it brings people into the space. We can help connect people up with the makers of the products in the catalogue, and ultimately it gives people another reason to visit Dundee.
Hi, I'm Jolene Guthrie and I'm Creative Director of JOLENE. JOLENE is a Scottish knitwear brand that I started a year ago in 2019. So I've been producing my own pieces for the last year, and I was invited to be involved in the Code Souvenir, which is an amazing showcase of local designers and great products that you can buy locally too. I'm super excited to be included in the Code Souvenir, as there were so many applicants to it, and the ones that were really chosen for their high quality, their story behind them, and the connection to Dundee. So that's everything that my brand is about, and also to be alongside so many other creatives, it's really an honour. And for it to be an online catalogue and a physical catalogue, it just reaches so many people and really shows so many people around the world the talent that is here.
Hello, I'm STEPH LIDDLE. I'm a ceramics designer and maker here in Dundee. So I've got a couple of different products in the Code Souvenir catalogue. One of them is my Moment Cup. It's a ceramic travel cup that puts the fun into functional. I originally designed it for the Dundee Design Festival in 2019, where I was a designer in residence. The brief of the festival was about putting the fun in functional and about what makes the city lovable as well as being livable. So my proposal was that sort of coffee is one of those things that makes our lives quite livable a lot of the time, but also it's that little moment that we take to slow down and just really appreciate those little moments that we can capture in a day that makes it lovable as well. I submitted 2 separate products to the Code Souvenir catalogue. One was my Moment Cup, and the other one is the Thick Cup Pot. It's a contemporary reimagination of the classic Dundee marmalade pot that the city is so famous for. So I was really pleased to be selected for the Code catalogue. I think it's a really great idea to have these modern contemporary souvenirs made by people in the city and have it all in one place to make it really easy to find for either people who are visiting, people who just want to see what sort of talent's in the city. Yeah, it's a really great thing to have it all so condensed and together, and hopefully lead people on to be able to explore those makers and those shops further when they do visit.
So whether you're looking for a gift for yourself, a memento of Dundee, something for goodie bags, or even for corporate gifting, we hope you enjoy checking out Cult-CreaTE Dundee and checking out all of the products designed and made here in Dundee.